Um, this is another day that we're excited, and we always have exciting things happening to us. And when we say we have testimonies on a day like this, just get ready to your mind to be blown. As usual, we like to give a little time for people who may have problems connecting, who may be held up, especially for those of us in this part of the world, hold up and what have you. But I think we've stayed long enough. We really should kick it off. This is about 8:18 p.m. by our time, Nigeria, Lagos time. And because we have so much to do, we really can't wait any further. Please, right about this time, I would like you to send texts, invite people who you want to be blessed by what we have here today, and they should join us so they don't miss any part of it. I welcome you. Thank you for taking time to be here with us. And I can promise you one thing, you are going to be blown by what you hear today. We are talking about the power of stem cells. It is testimony time. If you look at the tag on your invite. And when it's testimony time, it is exciting time. So just sit back and enjoy what we have for you today. Just before we start, even as I welcome you, my name is Anka Amurawaye. You probably are used to seeing Didi. She's somewhere around there, but we want to take off some load off her, and let's have a good time here. And co-hosting with me today, we have the Bolu. Bolu, just say hi, shake your hands, we so they know who is here.
Hi.
Good, thank you. And we also have Mercy, aka Person of Substance. Say hello, Substance. Let's hear your
Hello,
voice.
good evening, everyone. Good to have you with us today.
Thank you so much. I'm not sure my mama Slexia is in here yet, but she's also a co-host. Don't worry, you get to hear her voice along the time. As time goes on, you will get to hear her voice. A few ground rules before we take off. Um, while we are here, we have certain things we want to pass across and things with which would make it a smooth, comfortable time for us. When you come into the room, well, you're all in the room already. We'd like you to mute your mic unless you are asked to unmute, so that we will not have interruptions and have interference with what we are sharing here today. And the time will come where you'll be told to raise your hand. There's an icon there if you're using a PC where you have reaction. If it's a phone where you have more, there's a place there for you to raise your hand. Usually at the end of the meeting, if you have a question, and then you'll be asked to unmute. And when people speak, if they say something you like, you can thumbs up, you can clap and applause, or you can cheer, and you can even send a heart. I love what you're saying symbol here. And please, let's encourage one another. Thank you very much, Bolu. I can see that. Let's encourage whoever is speaking at each time, because when you're in the right frame of mind, you can also learn some more. You can also be blessed. So, having said that, I think we've about covered the grounds on what we should do and what we can do. And please, if you have anything you want to say, you could put it in the chat, or you can be asked. And like Didi will say, if it's something unpleasant, talk to us one-on-one. Let's not be rude. I mean, it's not easy. We are not saying we know everything here. We just want to share what we know, and so you can also benefit from it. So let's go right on. You're welcome once again, people from Canada, people from the UK, people from all over Nigeria, people from Germany, they're here, people from the US, they are here, everybody is here. Thank God for Zoom, we are one big world now. So let's kick it off. Like we said, today is testimony time. And what is the basis of this testimony? Our stem cells, not just stem cells, Phyto Science stem cells. We'll be sharing with you slides to give you a background view of what we are doing here and what this stem cell is all about. Thank you. Sit back and let us go. So, in a few seconds, you'll be seeing what we are talking about here. Yes, we have here what we refer to as the power of stem cells. When you hear the word power, what comes to mind? Power, something that has an ability beyond the ordinary. Today, we are talking about the power of stem cells. What can stem cells do? What are stem cells? And stem cells this time around, as it refers to the stem cells unique to phytoscience. Next. Well, because we are talking about health, Tuesdays incidentally are days where we refer to our health talk. Let's put it like that. And we're talking about stem cells and health. We would like to ask the question, where is the world going in health? In times past, when you talk about health, our forefathers, our ancestors, all they know is to take a leaf, take some substances, squeeze it, boil it, and drink it, and that is health. There's health of the body, there's health of the mind, and then of course we won't be talking about the health of the pocket today. We're talking about health of the body in itself. And we know, we have seen, we have heard that the world is going to what we refer to as stem cells. The cutting edge of health, as it were now, is stem cells. What are stem cells? Let's find out. Next. Well, stem cells are special cells called mother cells. And they have the amazing power to produce new cells that can transform into any tissue or organ in the body. Sit back and let this sink in. Mother cells, these are the key words. Mother cells, new cells, tissues and organs of the body. Mothers reproduce. And this mother in this case is the mother of cells, and they are called stem cells. And what do they reproduce? New cells. And these cells are the basis of every tissue and every organ in the body. Well, we are told it is due to this wonderful ability to reproduce that they have the potential to treat over 200 life-threatening diseases. Let's find out how in the next slide. Next. Remember we said stem cells are mother cells and that they reproduce and that they can become tissues and cells of any organ. They can replicate itself. They can give birth to new cells. They can change into many other cell types. Our bodies are made up of cells. Our organs are made up of cells, and organs make up a body. So these stem cells can become cells of the blood, cells of the skin, of the nerve, of our intestines, of muscles, and what have you. Every organ that you can think of with a human being made up of cells. And these stem cells can turn and can replicate and can grow into these cells. This is the amazing thing we are talking about here. Now, let's find out why and how they can actually affect our health. To start off with, we've already established that everybody has stem cells. I remember one of those days when we used to go out on our health talk evangelism. We go to talk about stem cells, and then you tell some people, we're talking about stem cells, your body needs stem cells. I'm saying, what? God forbid. I don't have stem cells. I don't have stem cells. I think they think stem cells are diseases, maybe like cancer or something like that. But hey, everybody has stem cells. If you don't have stem cells, you wouldn't be alive. You wouldn't even be a creation. And apart from that, everybody uses stem cells every day. As you breathe in and breathe out, as you move, as long as you are alive, you use stem cells every day. And guess what? The stem cells also die, whether you like it or not. They die. I mean, just imagine the fact that your nails are growing, your hair is growing, even your skin, if you look carefully, we shed skin cells every day, just that we don't see it. If they gather it all together and we see, we'll be scared. That's an indication that those cells are dying. And if this is so, and because it is so, rather, we need to deliberately nourish and regenerate them if we want to become healthy, if we want to become really, truly alive. These stem cells that die need to be replenished. They need to be regenerated if you want to keep up to your optimum health. Let's find out, how can this be done with this wonderful array of products that Phyto Science has produced and has prepared for us. Look at the beautiful slide here before you. We'll be talking about each and every one of them. But for now, there's actually an addition to this now. That picture is not here yet. It's launched already. Very soon will be seen. But suffice to say that we have these beautiful products you have here, 5 of them here before you, already available to us. Let's go individually. Well, our flagship product is what we refer to as the double stem cells. Wonderful, wonderful product that we refer to as life in a sachet. Why do we call it life in a sachet? This little simple looking product that you find in these sachets, the picture is there, contain 4 basic elements. The Swiss apple, we'll be talking very closely about the Swiss apple very soon. Acai berry, blueberry, and Burgundy grapes. It's actually the stem cells of the Swiss apple and of the Burgundy grapes. That's why it's called double stem cell. We have extras from acai berry and extras from blueberry. Now, in detail, this miraculous apple that we call the paradise apple, we believe, that was first seen and noticed in the Garden of Eden, is what we refer to as the Utwila splatluba apple. It's special, it's unique, it's actually almost going extinct. And what is the particular thing about this apple? It is a rare Swiss apple discovered by scientists not to spoil, does not degenerate, it regrows and keeps firm for as long as 6 months, even after it has been plucked. And why is this? It was discovered that this apple is rich in stem cells. And remember what we said about stem cells? They regrow, they regenerate, and they are wonderful, life-giving in itself. So this apple has been known to be rich in these stem cells. And that is why it is used in this product and why we have the effect of it. It stimulates the human stem cell growth and division. It's been known that 1% of this apple can cause our own stem cells to regenerate by up to 80%. I mean, that's just fantastic. It defends our human stem cells against damage and death from UV light. It combats age, encourages alterations in the human cells. In short, what it means is that it keeps you from growing old and from dying. That's practically what the stem cells in this particular apple. So when we talk about this apple, people say, is it not apple? Like, I just go buy apple. We have apples in the market. No, it is not the apple that you eat. I mean, if you cut your normal apple, what happens when it begins to die? Less than 15 minutes, it begins to oxidize. That means that's the cells of that apple is beginning to deteriorate and to spoil. But not this apple. This one remains firm, remains crisp, and it does not become soft because it has a huge amount of stem cells. Apart from this apple, we also have the acai berry. Acai berry is found in the Amazon, very rare. I mean, you don't find it just anywhere. And I'm told that this berry It's found in the Amazon, and people live up to 100 years in the Amazon forest. No wonder when it is put together with our special double stem cell, it has the effect of making a 92-year-old woman look as if she's 50. Yeah, it is so. Why is it so? It is high in its antioxidant content. It's loaded with powerful plant compounds. In fact, antioxidants help protect your cells. It does not allow free radicals or the things that will aid you from coming into your own body. So what acai berry does in this our mix is to prevent you from damage, for those damages that come from external issues like food we eat, water we drink, air we breathe, even the sun, the ravages of external elements that will normally ravage our cells. It protects us from this. And guess what? It also delivers healthy fats and fiber. The problem we have with most modern food is that we have fat that is unhealthy. But acai berry helps to protect us from those ugly fats. It gives fiber and causes the plaque in your heart to melt off. Also, in this special double stem cells, what we call blueberry, that's another fantastic fruit that is packed full of antioxidants and phytoflavonoid, and this will help you to keep looking younger and keep you healthy. It's high in potassium and vitamin C, making it the choice of doctors and nutritionists. Yeah. People that have hypertension, people that have most terrible diseases, they'll tell them to eat food high in potassium and vitamin C. Even with the COVID, they tell you to eat food that's high in potassium and vitamin C. But let me tell you, a small pack of blueberry will cost you thousands of naira, true or true. For those of you that know, if you know, you know. And we have in this same double stem cell, blueberries. It will lower the risk of heart diseases and call it any kind of disease. In fact, with blueberry, you're good to go. And guess what? It's also anti-inflammatory. Most diseases that we see that cause pain, that become diseases that will ravage our body, are actually diseases that cause our organs to have inflammatory effects. And so if you have blueberry in a product that works as an anti-inflammatory product, I mean, it's wonderful. People that have ulcers, it's actually because your intestines are inflamed. Joint pains, they're all inflammatory diseases. So blueberry here will help you with it. And apart from that, we also have Burgundy grapes. It contains the same antioxidant links and will help you protect you from cancer, strokes, and heart diseases, amongst a few. Very soon you'll be hearing the testimonies of people that have used this. I mean, real life testimonies. That is that for our fantastic double stem cell. Very close to our double stem cell, or what we call probably a stronger version or specialized version of a double stem cell, is a crystal cell. In addition to all that double stem cell has, we also have tomato stem cells. All that crystal cell does not have is blueberry. The tomato cells replace the blueberry there. And what does the tomato cells do? Contain powerful antioxidant compounds of phytoen and phytofluene to protect our skin against harmful effects of metals like lead, nickel, chromium, UV rays. And these things can actually affect the genetic makeup of our cells and of our skin. One thing I would like to mention at this point is that the skin is actually the largest organ in the body. I think every part of your body, the skin contains all that's on the inside of you. And most of the time we ignore it. For women, they think all they need to do is just add cream to it and it will look shiny. But your skin reflects what happens on the inside of you. If you're unhealthy, your skin will show it. If you're healthy, your skin will show it. When you see somebody glowing, that person is eating well. The person's organ is working well, it's in good shape. And apart from that, this skin protects every organ that is inside. The sun, what do you call it, exhausts all the terrible things in the world we live in here. They meet with the skin first and foremost. And we do need to protect the skin. So crystal cell is fantastic. Just yesterday, somebody sent a post and said they tell men to eat tomatoes if they want to protect their prostate. So if you don't want to have prostate issues as a man, begin to take crystal cell. That's something I just learned yesterday. How do we consume the double stem cell and the crystal cell? You open it. Just give me a minute. Let me get one. I think no, if I do that, I'll probably wait because I'll be talking.
You will not be able to
Open
talk.
it. I won't be able to talk. Open it. Your tongue, just like the picture says, you have nodes under those tongues there that would absorb whatever it is to take straight to your bloodstream. That's why when people have heart attacks and they want to give them something that would bring them to life, they put that drug under their tongue because it's absorbed straight into the bloodstream and works very fast. See, they are giving you an injection into your muscles, but this time it is not injection. So we'll pour the double stem cell and the crystal cell under your tongue. It's called the sublingual method. And you close your mouth, try not to talk. When it is dissolved, you drink water. Please drink a lot of water. And it's best taken with your empty stomach. But hey, if you forgot that you eat food or you are in pain, still take double stem cell. It still works. I take it 3-4 times a day at times. And it does not mean I've been hungry all those times. Next, after these two, is what we call the snowfield fort. This is what we call the blood food. You will soon know why it is called the blood food. Snowfield fort is snow algae and chlorophyll, and recently wheat grass. What does it do? It is blood of the river of life, like we say, and energy. It resembles snowfield algae, which is one of the major components of snowfield fort, resembles the blood structure and can replenish and work and function like the red blood cells in our blood. It is no wonder that this snowfield fort alkalizes our blood, cleanses it, and feeds the blood and reduces fatigue. Anytime I'm feeling lethargic, I'm feeling weak, I feel like I'm just not put together, maybe after I've exerted myself, and I just take 2 sips of this snowfield fort, I just bounce back. And why is that so? We'll soon find out. The next slide. Now, when you take snowfield fort, it's your best aid in gastrointestinal problems. What do we mean by this? It alkalizes your stomach. And what do we mean by alkalizing your blood and your stomach? Every disease that we have in the world we live in now is based on how acidic your body is. If your body is alkaline, diseases cannot grow in it. And so anything that will cause your body to become alkaline is the best shot you can give to your body. So this happens when you take snowfield fort. It will detoxify the toxins that are in your body and will prevent you from having chronic diseases. It fights infections. If anytime I'm taking snowfield, I don't have any infection of any kind, skin, stomach, bowel, UTIs, they're just not there. And guess what? It also treats bad breath and skin sores. It rejuvenates your skin and boosts your immune system. Remember, we said it will cause your body to be alkaline and diseases cannot grow in that environment. And a fantastic thing about it again, it manages blood sugar issues. Diabetes has become a pandemic in our time. You find young people who are not even old, some of them not even fat, and yet they have blood sugar issues. And so anything that will combat spikes in blood sugar, man, it's worth its weight in gold. And like I already said, it balances your body acid and alkaline count. And the best of it, if you ask me, is excellent for sickle cell anemia. How does it do this? You see, the sickle cell people, their blood cells are sickled in shape. It's not round, like half, sometimes even 1/3, sometimes even just a little bit of it. And so those cells clump together, and then they have a crisis, and then they become anemic. Then they have a breakout of the liver doesn't work work well. You see the eyes are jaundiced, and then they have crises of all kinds. But when they take snowfield forte, remember we said it helps grow and oxidizes your red blood cells. Their red blood cells become robust and round. And so they live like normal people without crisis. We've recorded fantastic testimonies with this. If there was time, we would have called people to come and talk about this. It's just wow. Next, after that, we have the Actual Plus. Wow, what can we say about this one? It used to be the new kid in the block. We have another one come up now, but we are still luxuriating in the effect of the Actual Plus. 18 fruits, 12 vegetables, and 9 spices. When you take 5 drops of it, imagine that you've taken all of these unique fruits, unique vegetables, and 9 spices. Every one of them is special and unique and powerful. That is what we have in Actual Plus. We begin to talk about everything it does now. I mean, from now till tomorrow, we'll still be talking about Actual Plus. But suffice to say that each of them is unique. And moreover, we found out that some companies, health companies, they use just one component. Let's say noni, or let's say star fruit, or let's say black cumin, kiwi. That's all they use for just one of it for their whole product line. They will have all of this, 24 items packed into Actual Plus. No wonder people with COVID-19 have used it and they've gotten well. Some people have. I know someone one-on-one who told me that she was exposed to the COVID virus on 3 occasions. She had to go run a test, and she survived because she was on Actual Plus. It's your best option for if you are prone to ailments or you are recovering. And for people who have diabetes, it's excellent for them. They say it is not a drug, but better than a drug. Strengthens your immune system like nothing ever does. So, next slide. And before I forget, the Actual Plus and the Snowfield are things you put in water. They are not taken sublingual. You mix your in 50 cl of water, shake it, and where is interference coming from? Okay, good. Thank you. You mix it in water, 50 cl of water, and sip it until you finish it. We always use it also to hasten any treatment that we are giving to people with our products. The Actual Plus, you put in just a little water, in cold water or room temperature water, either 10 drops or 5 drops thrice a day. 10 drops if you are treating, you are recovering from ailment. 5 drops 3 times a day if you just take it for body maintenance to boost your immune system. Now, for the skincare, remember we said about the skin is the largest organ we have in our body. We have the triple stem cell Miracle Intense. Now, they say Miracle Intense. Miracle and intense, that is miracle suppressed and powerful. That's what it actually is. It reduces spots, reduces wrinkles, better skin texture, moist and supple skin, and enhances skin vitality. But guess what? We have found out that it does much more than this. People have used it for their eyes. People have used it for, this happened to me recently. My ear was itching really badly, and then I was scratching and discovered that it was now painful and sore. And I sprayed a little in my ear, and within 2 minutes, the pain was gone. I just But just a little, you know how the spray is. So it's been known to also cure and to help with arthritis. And when our CEO had a cut and was bleeding, sprayed it on it, and it dried up and the blood stopped flowing. And when people have what we call Apollo on this side of the world, infection of the eye, and people spray it in it. Children, adults, miraculously, intensely, it has helped. Yeah, that is our miracle intense. And what can we say about our H2O? You want to look good. If you want to look 25 when you are 50, don't joke with this one. Triple stem cell H2O. You continue, and people keep asking, what is it? What is it? I sent it to my mom. She's 78, and she went to see someone who is like the age of her youngest child. And she kept on looking at her. I said, what is this? You, this woman, you don't want to grow old? You're not growing old. And then she just said, hey, see, my daughter is sent it to me. This is the reality of what we are talking about. Fantastic products. And lest I forget, our miracle intense has been known for hair growth as well too. Yeah, hair growth. The people who are bald and they want to grow their hair, give it a try. I'm serious. I'm serious. It has. Thank you, Bolu. Now, we've been told, you've seen these products, you can see how it works. We are going to be sharing with us testimonies from people who have used it and what it has done. All right. Have we had a good time so far?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Testimony
time.
Give some reaction, please. Reaction, please. It's not easy to talk.
Full reaction.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So the floor is open now. It's time to hear from people that have used our products and what it has done. You're 40 in the room. I know we'll have testimonies. Please raise your hand and let us see what we have. Can we see by raise of hands who has a testimony to share with us? Yes. If it's just coming in. Right. Idenyi.
Okay. Idenyi.
Yes. Can you unmute her for me, please?
I've asked her to unmute.
Okay. Unmute yourself.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, pretty woman.
Thank you. I actually came to Phyto Science like a basket of issues, concerns that I needed help with. Both personally, my immediate family, my extended family, and then friends in general. And to my greatest surprise, I've not been disappointed in any. I've shared some of my personal, my mom's issue, but the ones I want to share today are totally new. I remember when I joined, if some of you can still remember, I was asking about product that one could use for low sperm count. That was because my elder brother, after they had their first child, it became difficult for them to conceive again. And it was a source of concern for my mom. She kept asking what's going on, although she would not confront them, but she would always be asking me like, what's going on? And I'm like, Mommy, leave them alone. Maybe they don't. Maybe they are not yet ready or something. So she kept troubling them until they went for some hospital checkup and all, and they discovered the issue was from my brother who turned out to have low sperm count. And then she became quiet. But When she shared it with me, I became concerned. And when I heard about Phyto Science products, I remember when I asked about low sperm counts, Alex did tell me about issue of even abspensia being taken care of with double stem cell. So I was excited, and I'm here to share with you all today that my sister-in-law is pregnant, and I'm so excited.
Wow.
Apart from that, there is a little boy I work with. He's 11. He was actually born with a lot of health issues. One, he has neurological issues, he has cerebral palsy, and he's also on the spectrum. So yesterday, I've been a little bit under the weather, so I didn't go to work yesterday. And she was looking forward to seeing me. So she called me when she didn't see me, because normally I do not go to work late. So when it was 20 minutes past 8 and she didn't see me, she was like, oh no, Iris not coming in today. And then she called me. And immediately she called me. She was trying to inquire if I was coming or not. And I told her I wasn't coming to work. So sorry, the office didn't reach out to her, but she was like, that's not even the issue why she was calling, that she wanted to share some updates with me, because I had told her about the product and encouraged her to try it with the child. And she was the same person I shared a testimony last week about giving her some product to use for either the son or herself, and she decided to use it for herself. But later when she picked up a package, she had more products to go around, because the product worked for the daughter too. She had a skin condition, which it helps. And the family decided to pick up a package, and they now had enough to give some to the little boy too. And she called me yesterday to tell me that, no, let me reverse. When I introduced the product to her, one day we were talking and I was just like, what if I told her I don't want to raise her hopes high, but there's a probability that if she starts to use the product on the son, he might be able to talk. And she was like, wow, that would be interesting. Even if he doesn't talk, if he's able to help him with his pancreatitis issue, which was as a result of medications he has been on, Depakote to be precise, that he has been on for such a long time, which resulted into pancreatitis. So if it's just to reduce the enzyme levels with the pancreatitis, she will be excited. So when she called me yesterday, she wanted to update me that the little boy spoke his first word, and he's 11.
Wow.
Wow.
I was over the moon. I was like, man, that made my day.
Wow.
That made my day. They were so surprised because they were not even expecting it.
Oh my.
They were not expecting it. This is a child that is 11, but still has like a developmental level of like a 1.5-year-old. So you can just imagine. They are full of joy and so excited. And the good thing is that the husband has never tried any supplement ever. He was like, okay, because he can see he's working for the wife's high blood pressure, the child's skin, the daughter's skin condition, and now the son. He was like, they should give him some. He needs to take it. So that's and then I have my godmom. She's so dear to my heart. Like, she's been there right from when I was little, and she lives with sickle cell anemia. So recently my sister-in-law called me. She was like, she's been in and out of the hospital a lot of late because she has been having a lot of crisis. And she's so discouraged at life. She doesn't want to try anything anymore because she has tried series of medications, supplements, all of them promising to do one thing or the other, but she's not getting any tangible results from them. So I was like, okay, I would love to talk to her. Is there a time whereby she could go meet her that way? We could just talk. And then she was like, okay, she'll do that. And funny enough, that day didn't even come. She now called me, and then I spoke to her about the product, tried to educate her that she shouldn't give up. She should just keep trying. Like, there is hope so long as there's life. But even while I was talking to her that day, I could sense like the tiredness. Like, she was really down. And I was so scared. And one thing I don't joke with is my instinct. Something was just like, you don't even need to wait for products, small product to come in from Lagos. I called my sister-in-law because the double stem cell I had given to them to take, I was like, do you guys have anyone left? And she was like, yes, they're on the second to the last pack and they still have a packing which they've not opened. I was like, okay, please take it and go give it to her this night. It could help do something, like let her just start with that. And she was like, okay, she'll take it to her right away, that it's not too late yet. So she took the supplement to her. And then 2 days later, I followed up with her. Lo and behold, she was sounding stronger and more energized. And I was so excited because you could tell when you talk to someone and they have this energy or zeal to push on. Sure. And then last week, products got to Benway, and I gave her the remaining products I recommended for her, which were double stem cells, Snowfield, and the Actual Plus. And I spoke to her yesterday or so, and now she's thinking about picking up a package because she has seen how
the effect.
It's working for her. And even before now, she was like, if it works for her, she would like to pick up a membership. That way she can keep on taking the medication. So I'm so excited. And apart from that, we have a new member. This is her first Zoom. She just recently signed up. I don't know if she's here. Esther Mamudu. She'll be giving her testimony by herself. She has her own testimony. I think she's here under the name of Mimi or so. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I saw. Yeah, I saw that name.
Okay, all right. So that's my testimony for this evening. We are the trend makers.
Fantastic.
Awesome, honestly.
Well, I told you guys that we are going to be hearing mind-blowing testimonies. Can't just imagine it. I haven't heard these ones yet. Just imagine. You don't know what it means to have a child who is all the way to 11 and has not spoken one word, unless you've not had a child before. By the time they are 1, in fact, some of them will begin to speak before they are even 1. I will take it for granted. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 11. And the child had not spoken. And that child speaks to me. It's just mind-blowing. I know exactly how that parent would feel. So, fantastic testimony. Thank you so much, Ideni, sharing that with us.
And, thank you, ma.
You are going to become the next Dante for you, the way you are just registering testimonies like this. So. Fantastic. And it comes from your mind and your attitude as well. Notice something she said. She said for her godmother that she had an instinct that take that product to her. And I tell you something, that instinct that we have on the inside, never ignore it. If the DS was not sent to that aunt, don't be surprised if a week later or 2 days later, that aunt will pack up and that's it. Once the will to live leaves a person, that person may not be able to stay beyond 24 hours. I've seen that happen before. So make use of the opportunity to save lives. That's how precious and how important what you have in your hand is. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Princess Tessie, I see your hand raised.
I think Mimi,
okay.
then you ask
okay,
Mimi too.
Okay. Is her hand raised? Have you located her?
Yes.
Okay. Ask her to unmute. Princess Tessie will speak after her.
I've asked her to unmute. She can talk.
Okay. Okay.
Oh. Hello, good afternoon. My name is
Hi.
Mimi. I'm actually working from home, so I'm trying to take some time off my screen.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. You're welcome. Nice to meet with you.
I actually don't know where to start. I didn't know she was going to put me on the spot like this, but I met Denny Ame has been my friend for a while now, and at times, I reach out to her, and then she said she wanted to discuss something with me, and then she told me about the products, and due to some personal reasons, I just didn't kind of give interest to it, because like I told her, I've done all this networking. I mean, I spent so much money even in Nigeria before I came here, and then, you end up not getting results or even getting your money. But, she made me understand that, well, this is more of healthy living, than being rich. I mean, fine, you're there to make your money. Your money is going to work for you, but also there's the significant improvements on your health and all that. So I was like, well, I think after like few weeks or even close to a month, I was like, well, at times I won't talk about it. And then she sent me the videos. I was able to watch some videos, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a try, So I think my husband and I went to visit them one day, and then they gave us each a pack of the double stem cell. So when we got home, we still didn't use it. So like, well, it's one of those things. These people just want to sign us up to just make us their downline and start making money. So when I think after a week or so, my auntie came to the house. She used to have, I know in my mom's side, they have history of diabetes. And then I noticed that over the years, she's also, been having issues like that and all that. So she came and then she said, oh, she was feeling weak. And I said, I have this thing that somebody gave me. Me, I've not used it, but I mean, from what the lady said, I know it's going to work. And I gave her, and then something prompted me, before you give out something, why don't you just use also? So I gave her just one of the pack. Yeah. So I said, okay, today is Sunday. Let's just use this. So I started using it. Then I gave, and my son has this what's it called? He has this cross eyes. So it wasn't a concern until we went for one of his physicals, and then he really could not even see from the eyes, So I think I told Ame about it, and then she was like, I told Ideni about it, and she was like, okay, give him, it will work. Right. I was like, okay. So I just decided to put him on it. I started giving him the half. Then me, myself, I started taking myself. Yeah. So I noticed that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And usually when I walk from the staircase, when I come upstairs, I just felt it was just a way of life. After I had my boys, I can't stand for too long. And then on days when I need to cook and spend more time on my feet, I really feel this pain from my waist down. So I didn't know what to do. Painkillers, and I didn't want to get used to painkillers. I'm like, maybe I might have to live with this pain. I'm like, I'm not even 40. Why would I want to live with a pain like this? So I just noticed that on the Wednesday that I started using this thing, I don't feel pain. Usually when I go from the stairs up or down, I feel pain in my feet up to my waist, but I didn't feel any pain. So, and I called her, I said, we're on the phone, I said, babe, I noticed this thing. I don't want to think it's my psychology. I don't want to think it's my mind. I don't want to think, I put my mind that this thing is going to work. Because I'm very skeptical about a lot of things. So I was like, I think she now said, you don't want to say it's the double stem cell that is working, Abby. Well, I said, I don't know. That well, if it is the double stem cell, then we die here. No wahala. So I continue using it. So I told my husband, I said, I noticed this thing. And he didn't even use his pack. So I said, I noticed this thing. And he was like, you noticed it? I said, yes, that I don't feel pain. My husband was like, hope this thing does not contain what's it called that? Hope it doesn't contain Igbo, or it doesn't contain
Morphine.
yeah, that will make. I said, no, I don't think so. So I waited till, I think the next day I didn't use it. I still felt very, very strong. Like normally when I clock off work at 5:30 right now, I'm very tired. I'm like, I dread going down the stairs and everything. But I felt there was this unusual activeness, this unusual strength, energy. I was not scared. I said, maybe I should even reduce my son's own, so that the action in their body will not just, but I just kept on with it. So after a while, and I now told my husband, I said, well, I think this thing is real. So the following, I think that weekend, my auntie now came and she said, and I told her, I said, auntie, I drove her back. I went to pick her from work. I drove her home. So we're talking about it. Usually when I sit to drive, I feel pain on my back. But all the while I was driving back and forth, dropping her off, I said, auntie, I'm not feeling this pain I used to tell you about. She said, I think it's this thing I gave you on Sunday when you came. Out of the the joy and then the excitement, I drove her to my house. You see that pack that they gave my husband and he refused to take, that he has not taken, because my husband is like, oh, once I gym, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm this. And I gave my auntie the pack. So when I gave her the pack, she took it, and then I didn't even tell Idenya about it yet. She called me that the strength and everything. And one of the reasons why I was going to register for this was because of her, of my auntie, because of the diabetic, what's it called? So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. So personally for my own, there was another thing I now noticed again, the pain and everything went. Then I noticed that my cycle has been messed up. I had hormonal imbalance, and then I've not had my period for like 4 or 5 months now. I saw my period this past month. I saw my period, it was all good, even though the one that used to come normally was just a spotting. And I'm sorry, I just have to be explicit about my explanation. And then the most important one again was that my sexual drive was, zero. I can go months. I can decide to sleep in the guest room and not to sleep beside the guy. I don't want to go to Jerusalem, But I noticed that I can do all the styles that I used to do when I was there. It's just like a whole package in one. I was even telling Ame, I said, sure, they will let me talk my own the way I want to talk it. Then my husband was like, so I noticed my husband was like, when I was like, he said, come, that thing, that supplement, that medication is not medication, it's supplement. That one that my husband gave me, why would you give it out to your sister? I said, now you said, he said, I should bring it to. So when I now registered, so before I noticed this thing was missing. One sachet will miss, another one will miss. So I'll tell you, I said, you will go behind and go and take this thing, the thing will miss. So I know it's a work in progress. The progress I'm seeing, the things I'm seeing, they are very obvious, they are spectacular, and it's something that I want to also, even though I'm not really I'm very difficult to convince, but this is a first-hand and the personal experience that I want to talk about it, and I want to I enjoy it, I like it, so I think I'll say I'm happy to be here. And
whoa. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's just fantastic, and I'm so glad
you're the friend maker.
Told me the way it is, and I tell you, you've blessed people here. You've blessed people here.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you share your testimonies, you don't know what it does. Yesterday on our chat group, Idenyi just wrote something. I know the number of people that put that in on their status and how many responses they got from it. So when you share your testimonies, it's not just excitement, you're touching lives from it. So I really appreciate the fact that you've come out to say it anyhow. We like it like that.
And there's one thing I was missing out. I think we talked about that this morning. I can see her smiling. We talked about that this morning. That was what's this one now? The essence, the miracle essence. and the hair. Yes. So that one, she saw me and she was like, this your face, blah, 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 blah. It's somehow, blah, blah. I've had issues with my face. So she said, use it. So as she uses it, I said, okay, I bought it from her. And then I think I started using it like 2 weeks ago. Truth be told, today now, I have not had my bath, no makeup, nothing. This.
And your skin is supple.
Yes. Is glowing, is smooth, and then is everything. We did a video call this morning. This your this. I said yes. So now for once, so me, I will admit that this thing works for me. So then, sometime last week Saturday, I went to make my hair, and then I think the person's hand was so strong that it gave me sore all over my head. So I remember, I think one of the presentation when the lady said she sprayed it on burns. I just knew that somehow it was going to work on irritation. So I took off my hair, and then I sprayed it on my scalp.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the pain, the tenderness, and then the sore, everything just dried up. So I mean, that's I'm unraveling testimonies every week. So I know that before I'll finish all what I'm using, it's gonna get there.
Bundles, plenty. Thank you so much. Please let us react. At least I just want full screen reaction for this. I'm so excited. When we talk about this thing, I didn't know she was going to be here. I didn't even know there was a testimony like this. I just said, today is testimony. Make sure you come in. And lo and behold, here this fantastic testimony. All round protection. They say it's a full package for sharing this. And I can assure you, there are still plenty more coming. Thank you. Okay. Princess Tessie, let's have you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, trend makers.
Good evening.
Madam Maka, thank you so much for the wonderful presentation.
Madam
Ide, thank you so much for your testimony. And Sister Mimi, I really appreciate the fact that you are finding value for the product, and more testimonies are coming. I won't fail to mention our Big Mama, Didi, and every other trend makers, all our leaders in the house. Thank you for making it time to come. And then every other person that is joining for the first time, we are excited to have you here. Well, my testimony, first of all, let me start with my own personal testimony. It's actually about my husband. And then also this COVID-19 really made me understand this business the more, because
you're first to hear.
Yes, this COVID, because without this COVID-19, I don't think I would have been much. I will have participated more the way I'm participating now, because in my office we are still working from home. So during this COVID-19, BB, my upline, started sending some messages to me again, because before now, truly, I couldn't attend the offline meeting because of my work. I leave very early for work. I come back late because of Lagos traffic. So because of the COVID-19, we are home. I was able to join the offline meeting, the Zoom, and then a lot of fantastic things began to happen. In short, I didn't even remember, like my own testimony concerning my husband. I didn't remember that because before now, he used to have chronic asthma. He used to have very serious asthma. So it was when I heard someone give testimony about asthma. And I remember that my husband used to be asthmatic, and for quite a while, for some years, I don't see him using inhaler because he's not around. So I called him. And I called him and said, you've not been, I just remember that you've not used an inhaler for some time. He was like, why am I asking him? Am I not the one that gave him that product, that stem cell product in 2017, 2018? I was like, wow. So funny enough, one thing about sickness is that when you are aware, you wouldn't even remember what you were doing. Honestly, I did not remember. It was because of someone gave testimony. That was around May or June. I actually sent a text to him because he said it was in the meeting. I called, he didn't speak, he didn't pick. So he now said, truly, and I didn't remember, since 2018, that was how he has not used inhaler before. And this is someone that I used to follow him to, because like the kind of inhaler he was using was a type that is not too common. So I follow him on two occasions to search for, to to get that inhaler. But thank God, as I'm talking to you now, it's no longer using inhaler.
Wow,
So
fantastic.
that I sent the product to somebody in Gabon. So someone I used to know, at least, so I've never met him, but through a group we used to do one network together before now, Swiss Golden, and then I just decided to chat with him that, okay, I have this product that is very good and all that. And he kept, at least he joined our meeting 1 or 2 times. And then he sent money for me to do package for him, a booster package, and I sent the product to him. But to God be the glory, 2 days ago, he sent a message to me that for the first time since 2017, since 2016, his blood
pressure.
It's now 11, yeah, the blood pressure become normal. It's now 11/7, which is actually, okay, that's how it is calculated in Gabon, which is 110/70. That's since 2017,
Wow.
2016,
Wow.
he had a normal blood pressure. And so he's so excited that there's something within 2 weeks, is carrying a normal blood pressure. And not just that, another testimony is I have a woman who joined the meeting from US, and then after she joined one of our Tuesday meetings, she contacted me that her daughter here in Nigeria has 2 children that are sickle cell. That the daughter will get across to me, and really the doctor got across to me, and I talked to her about the product, how it has been helping people. To God be the glory. They are recording testimony every now and then. Well, before now, I didn't even know that children can have partial stroke. He said, she told me that because she had 2 children, one is 2 years, I think going to 3, the other one is 7 years old. The one that is 7 years old said when the child was 6 years old, the child had partial stroke. So he couldn't use his left hand, the right hand any longer. And the fact that he has sickle cell. So he started using the product after she registered. Then a week after I sent the product to her, I called her to find out how the children are faring. She said she was going to call me, although she's still watching them, but that she noticed that the child started using the right hand.
Wow.
The child started using the right hand, and then when the teacher, because they have to employ a special teacher to start teaching the child how to use the left hand. So when the teacher came that week, the teacher actually told her that she's noticing something, that the child started using the right hand that they couldn't use before. So by God's grace, more and more testimony is coming on that. Not just that, another lady in UK, I think she went to have her daughter in UK, I think around February or thereabouts. So, and then the COVID-19 came, she couldn't come back to Nigeria. I think 3 months down the line, they discovered that the child has sickle cell. Last week, this week, she called me. Today's Tuesday. I think it was on Sunday. She called me that she has started seeing a lot of improvement on the child. Not just that when she did that, she first of all did silver, then she now upgraded to booster platinum. She later asked me to send some product to one of her sisters in Abuja. I did. She called me again and said that one, the sister is equally recording a lot of testimony, there's a lot of improvement, that even these people that they didn't want to use the product before now, that I think last week Thursday, she was traveling from Lagos, from Abuja to Benin. The husband even asked her, hope you've taken your double stem cell. She said, wow, she cannot even do without it. Because the kind of energy and everything, that she's getting much and much better. So by God's grace, this other testimony, they are in progress, and I'm going to come back. In short, by the time the full testimony comes, they are going to come on their own to come and give the testimony. So thank you, everyone. And I enjoy everyone here. If you are here and you listen to these testimonies, please, if you know anyone that is having any health challenges, don't hesitate to let them know about this product, because this is life savings. It's really saving of lives. Thank you, everyone.
Wow. This is just so astonishing. But you see what
honestly,
when we talk about high blood pressure, you remember when we said blueberries, acai berry, and how it helps to detoxify and cleanses? So why won't it work on high blood pressure? Of course it will, because to cleanse those arteries, and then free flow of blood, and the pressure that is bound up there will not be. That is how it works. That's the reality of it. And when she said that the child had a stroke, it's just heartbreaking. But it happens for a sickle cell child. The blood will clump together, and then part of the brain that the blood is supposed to flow, if it goes in there, it will cause a stroke, just as if the person had high blood pressure. That's most likely what happened to that child. And God be the glory, that child is regaining part of what they had lost, maybe the paralysis that happened to that side of the body. God is just awesome. Our
So
products
let
are,
me just tip in something. There's
yes.
something else she told me. The woman that has a child that has stroke. There's something else she told me. She told me that that the child had though after the child started taking the product, the child, one of them, which is the senior, the one that is 7 years old now, had crisis. The crisis they normally have. So that normally when they have that crisis, when the child have that crisis, they normally spend minimum of 2 days or 3 days in the hospital, sleep in the hospital. But when the child complained that he was having on, because that's how the pain normally, the crisis normally starts. When the child complained of the pain, she now gave the child double stem cell and asked the child to go and take some rest, go and sleep. By the time the child woke up, the child did not complain. Yeah, it was gone. And then throughout the day, like for 1 week, that normally when that pain comes, it's normally land them in the hospital for about, they don't spend anything less than 2 days or 3 days before they come back. But to God be the glory till now. So that's why I said the testimonies are progressing.
They really are. They really are. That's the way when children record testimonies, it touches me because they don't know how to pretend.
Exactly.
The way it is, the way they say, they don't know how to cook it. It is just that way. I remember my 9-year-old child with sore throat, raging temperature, he couldn't swallow, he couldn't even talk. And then I was tired of giving him antibiotics. He was prone to having those sore throats. So I just gave him one sachet of the double stem cell. And then 30 minutes later, he came and said, "Mommy, is this supposed to work this fast?" That's what he told me. Temperature down, pain gone, and that was the end of that sore throat. So it's just a fantastic, fantastic thing. Thank you so much, Mrs. Tessie, for sharing this testimony with us. God bless you. Yeah. And then we have the mama of mamas. She's raising her hand. Mama Slexia. That is my mama, customer of two special double. She wants to share with us, and I'm already excited. Yeah, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mama.
You are awesome. You are just awesome. I keep listening to your testimonies, and I was like, if you're in front of my sister here, I'm setting a presentation for tomorrow. Our work is not done until the world wins, until we win. It is not over. Mama Anka, your presentation is top notch. You just exposed yourself this night, and I like that kind of exposure. I think I'm going to start retiring. I think I'm going to retire. I'm touching a lot of people. That is wonderful. Yeah, it's been a wonderful evening. And Idain's friend, I want to say thank you for giving it real. It was a Jerusalem something. You are really, you really spoke from your heart. Without any inhibition. It is real, just the way it is. And that's one thing I love Phyto Science for. I've been since the beginning of the presentation, just I kept mute because I have a lot going around me. I had to sneak into a more quiet place to do this. I don't really have a big testimony. It's a very tiny one, but it was something that got my mind. It's a very tiny one, sincerely, but it got my mind at peace. It got my mind at rest. You say when children have testimonies, they don't know how to embellish. They don't doctor. They tell you, they give it to you real. Yesterday night, my daughter came to me. I was trying to sit outside. She came and she was screaming. I said, what is it? You don't normally do this. What's wrong with you? He said, Mom, there is a needle sensation beside my eye. I said, needle sensation, needle what? He said, the thing is just here. It's as if someone is just putting needle and putting needle, that the thing is affecting her, is giving her a headache, is making her eyes become red. I said, what is this one again? I flashed the light and I saw like a marking beside her eyes. I asked her, did you have an encounter with anybody? Did anybody give you a pinch or something? She said no, that she doesn't know what happened, but throughout the evening and this night, she felt it first in the evening. She thought by now it will go, but now it is growing worse and she's having a headache. I was devastated. I said, okay, I don't like paracetamol. Will you take paracetamol? What will you do? My mom is around. My mom said, let me go and get paracetamol. I said, Mommy, don't worry. I don't know what to do. I was confused. I said, okay, baby girl, try and get your mind off it. Maybe you should sleep because it was past her bedtime. She said, Mom, I've been trying to close my eyes. I can't. My head is hot. I am having a large headache. What is this one, Kwan? What is this? Okay, baby girl, can you go to my room? What can I use? Oh, what can I do? Give me a H2O. H2O moisturizer. I said, go and bring my H2O. She went to my room, brought H2O, and anybody that knows H2O, you will know that thing, you don't joke with it anyhow. You take it
inch by inch, drop by drop.
According to that H2O, you know how it is. You take it by the pinch. So I was like, okay, that was because I don't have an open Miracle Intense. I was forming Ijebu. I was forming, okay, I have an open H2O. Okay, baby girl, come. I put a tiny, if you know how, I didn't even allow a full blob. I just did pimp and I applied it. I tried to rub it all through the area, the region where she was having that sensation. Because I've not felt it, I have not seen anything like that. It's not as if somebody was using needle, but she just kept, and she was running fever already. So I had to put her to sleep myself. She slept. In the morning, she was going to school. I called her. I brought out the H2O and put it in a small, the one I applied in the night. I just rubbed it there and she went to school. She came back from school and I asked her, honey, do you still feel the pain? She was not like, oh, which of the eye was it, Mom? She was asking me that doesn't own the face. Which of the eyes was it, Mom? I said, which of the eyes? Is it on your eye? So she said, because I can't see anything anymore. I said, this girl, he went to school and my mother, will this guy ever listen to whatever it is they are going to teach today? So it is now which of the eye is it, Mom? And she can't even tell if it was the left eye or the right eye, because I applied the thing and I could tell which of the eyes I applied it to. And I couldn't even find any marking, nothing was there anymore. No sensation, no headache, not anything. Imagine, I didn't give her anything to swallow. I just rubbed something from someone that was running a fever, just tiny pinch of H2O moisturizer. And that was what solved all the problems for me. So one thing I love about Phyto Science, another discovery, another discovery. That's one thing I love about Phyto Science.
Yeah.
You can toss it anywhere. You can throw it up, you can pick it on the floor, you can do whatever it is you like with it. I wasn't surprised when someone gave a testimony that she actually brushes her teeth with a Miracle Intense Essence. In case you are here today and you are having bleeding gum, you are having any palate problem, someone categorically sprayed it into the mouth something that is topically applied. She used it as a tooth gel. Thank you, everyone, and God bless you. Madam Anka, God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. You see what I mean? I'm just so excited. And like I told you guys, my ear was so sore. I mean, I scratched and it was sore. And what I did, I just opened my ear like that, just sprayed, just one shot burst of Miracle Intense. And the pain was just gone. The inflammation. But it's not surprising. Triple stem cell. You have Agan. I mean, that one is not just double stem, it's triple. So why wouldn't it work like that? And then they say it's a miracle. It works miraculously intensely. It lives after his name. It's wonderful. Thank you so much, Mama Slexia. And the testimonies are endless. I also just want to ask, do you have questions? If we have, apart from testimonies, people have questions, you can raise your hand and you can also answer. We are going to keep the time today. I can see. This is good. I'm feeling fly about this. People that complain that we spend too long time. They have plenty of value. Any questions? Any more testimonies? There's no testimony that is small. No testimony that is small. That thing that happened to her daughter there, it's enough to send some people to the emergency. You go to the hospital. I mean, something with pain that the child is screaming, the child is running the temperature already. And, you know, if you take a child to the hospital in the night, they'll charge you more. They'll say it's emergency. They'll charge you more. And just for a tiny Ijebu size quantity of.
It's true.
You needed to go to Ijebu.
Mama Didi has testimony. Mama Didi has testimony.
Who?
Mama Didi.
Madam Didi.
Yes,
Abi?
please. Yes, please.
Okay.
She's raising up hand manually.
Okay. Dibolo, can you please omit?
Okay.
I'm actually unmuted. I'm just waiting for you guys to call me.
Testimony. She has testimony.
Because I don't know, maybe because it's the platform. So I can't see where to raise hand because I'm sure Zoom is wondering why are you raising your hand when you can unmute. I've been trying to do this. There's no place to raise.
I saw you raising up hand.
I had to just do this. And Princess has been, Mama Didi has testimony. Mama Didi has testimony. Don't add Mama to it. That's why they didn't know it was me. Just say Didi has testimony.
You are the mama now.
I was wondering. I say who has testimony?
That was what everybody.
Didi.
Our big mama. That's our big mama.
You kept repeating it and they just couldn't understand what you were saying. That was why everybody got confused. Wow. Well, I have actually been screaming here. Eden. In fact, I don't even know what to say to you right now. I'm so thrilled. I'm so excited. Like back-to-back testimony. The one on the fertility list. I'm so excited. That's one issue that people don't get to talk about. I must salute you. That you really have a heart to help people. I think I should relocate to the US. You guys are very blunt, and I'm a very blunt person. I like that kind
exactly.
You don't say where how will you get solutions? So, Mimi, my newfound friend, my newfound. I love you, dear. I was just laughter here. One after the other, one after the other. You see all those times, I need to ask you personally, are you sure that it's only the photo that is doing that work? So from North Jerusalem to Upper Jerusalem, anyhow.
Different styles, freestyling.
That is a huge market.
Wow.
You understand what I mean? That is a huge market. If this testimony is showing us that all those things are possible, then I have a new market. I'm not chasing money. I have a new field I'm going to chase right now that will bring in the money.
Your volume is a bit low.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yes.
No, it was, we can hear it was breaking off, but we can hear you now.
Very low, very.
Oh, can you hear me now? Is it okay now?
No.
Yes.
Not
Much.
comment.
Oh, my blessing is just coming in.
Is it better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, fantastic. Now, I was saying that I probably would have a new department right now. I'm not chasing money anymore. That department that Mimi just talked about is a very lucrative department. I think I may have to take interest in that area. There's a huge market there. There's a huge market there. Amazing. Okay, let me quickly share this testimony. You see this thing they call miracle intense. Am I still clear?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay. This product called Miracle Intense is unbelievable. Alex, thank you for you're our chief researcher right now. So after Fred Zuli, you've always been anyway. After Fred Zuli, it's you. You keep bringing out new things that can happen with the,
you patent
it. Product. Miracle Intense, I recently discovered is becoming the one of the favorite products in the house right now. I repeat, Miracle Intense should be in everybody's home. Miracle Intense should be in your first aid kit. It is amazing what it does. Miracle Intense is your #1 painkiller.
Yeah.
It helps to kill pain. You don't need paracetamol anymore, even if you said they spray it on your head.
Mm-hmm.
Miracle Intense is doing amazing things. Now, I usually suffer from please help me, those that understand English very well. Paja paja, what is it called in English? Is it muscle strain or what is it?
Pins and needles.
Lexia, I know you have all the English. Please help me. New what?
It's pins and needles.
So is that what they call pins and needle? Jesus,
Yeah.
I've learned one today. Pins and needle. Okay. I just call it paja paja. It makes it easier. So you know it runs. I usually suffer from that quite a bit. And recently I had is there an episode they call it or what have you? I was on the couch for a while and I made an attempt to stand up to do something and I couldn't. My left leg went numb, like serious pain. Serious pain. My first aid person is actually my son. My son, if I sneeze, he runs. He comes around. So he was the first. Yeah. And he tried to see how he could help me. I was practically crying. It was that painful. So they walked me up to the room. Then my husband came up. Then the whole family just gathered because I was screaming. Pain was just much. I was screaming. And at that point, my son was just saying, "Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. What can I do? Mommy, sorry." My husband was like, "Calm down." So they were thinking 1001 thing. What can I do? Stretch your leg, hit your leg, do this, do that, and all that. Then the next thing that came out of my mouth was Miracle Intense. Now, I don't even understand the relevance of Miracle Intense in that situation. But that was all I could think of. Just give me Miracle Intense. They brought 2 bottles. In the confusion, they brought one and they brought the other. And they just went spraying it from my thigh all the way down to my toes. I sprayed it lavishly. I was not even thinking money that time. I sprayed it lavishly because the pain was intense. All the way from my thigh, upper thigh, all the way to, my thigh, all the way to my toes. And it was like magic. And in a few seconds, I started feeling as if it was, when you have something that is squeezed, then you start stretching it. Something that was like squeezed, then you now start stretching, as in not stretching with force, it starts relaxing. And I could practically feel it start relaxing. And in less than a minute or two, it was as if I was just kidding. If anybody that had seen me before I sprayed it and after, I would probably think I was just playing craps. That was it. That was it. And the muscle strain or the pincher, what did you call it again? Something I need to. Is it iron
You
needle?
probably add the muscle pull combined with pins and needles, ma.
All of them put together. I don't know what it is. All I knew was that I couldn't stretch my leg, and it's as if the blood was seizing. It wasn't flowing well. I could practically feel, oh, it is well. But the pain is not something I can describe. I was crying. I was crying. And all I could think of was just the miracle instance. And I sprayed it. And in less than 2 minutes, guys, that leg relaxed.
Wow. Wow.
That leg relaxed. I've told myself that it's always going to be in my bag. Because when that whatever comes, I've discovered that just spray. Spray on it. There's no need stamping your feet like you used to do I don't even know. I can't understand the relation. I can't understand the correlation. I don't know. I don't know the science. I don't even want to know what's in that miracle instance anymore. I can't even explain it. All I know is that it works. It works for pain. It works for strain. It works for bonds. Everybody has put it in their eye in my house except me.
Didi, we would have loved to see that video. Your son didn't do the video. I mean, when you were crying, we would have loved to see that.
I can't do the video. I went naked. I pulled out my clothes in trying to find out what was causing this. You understand? I pulled off my clothes. It was that bad. I mean, I was uncomfortable. I was crying. I was stretching. I was everything. My son went to panic mode at some point. Because he was wondering what he was just feeling, what can he do? All he could just say was, "Mom, sorry, Mom, sorry, Mom, sorry, Mom, sorry, Mom, sorry." Anything I say, bring, he will rush. You know, he was up and about. And in less than 2 minutes, the whole thing just calmed.
Wow.
So this product, honestly, I don't know what Fred Zuni. I'm not even sure Fred Zuni himself knows the extent of what this product can do. They just researched to an extent and threw it out there for cosmetic
all discovery
purposes.
Found in Nigeria.
We are you know, things will push us to start doing all sorts of things, you know. And so please, I'm appealing everyone. Miracle Eaters, okay, they're giving me the names of spams, muscle pulls, and pins. Only me suffered all this one. Jesus Christ. But Miracle Eaters did the work. Please have Miracle Intense in your first aid box. Teach your children. And it's so, it doesn't have any, how will I put it? It's very friendly. It's like water. You don't feel anything when you spray it. It's not like there's a sensation or there's this thing that you get when you apply menthol. You don't have all those. It's just as if you just put water. So it's so interesting. It's so friendly. Imagine having burns and just spraying Miracle Intense, and you start seeing that all that sensation gone. It's just go. It will numb the place. Then you won't feel the pain anymore, and you won't have that burn. You won't have that scar. It's amazing. Please, if you ever had the opportunity of getting the small bottle, don't throw that bottle away. Take your big Miracle Intense. Refill that small what's it called, bottle, or get any spray bottle anyway, and have it in your bag.
I will need the grace of God to open a bottle of Miracle Intense.
No, you don't need the grace of God, my dear. Open that Miracle Intense and start using it. I tell you, open that Miracle.
I just brought out one now to open.
If there's any product I'm telling myself now I cannot afford not to have in the house, is Miracle Intense. I've seen Miracle Intense do a lot in this shopping. My husband now is a Miracle Intense fan for his eyes. You know, he tried it, yes. He tried it and liked it, and is now a Miracle Intense fan for the eyes. So in the house right now, don't even say my eye is itching me, just go and spray, and that's it. So please, let's have, I'm advocating for Miracle Intense this night because I've seen what it has done, you know, for me. That thing is painful, but hey, it didn't just numb the pain, it relaxed the leg and I could walk again in no time. So it's amazing, guys. Miracle Intense is a miraculous product. Yeah, that's my testimony. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Didi has a testimony. Thank you. Thank you.
What do you mean?
And for our first timer, that is our boss, our DDD. Good to have you with us anyway.
Alex, thank you for uncovering all the wonders that Miracle Intense can do. You've allowed us to explore.
Any more testimonies? Where's Madam Anka?
How can the host be muted?
Hello? Hello?
We can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm
Hello?
I just came in now. Yes,
Yes,
go on, I hear you.
Okay. Didi, thank you. God bless you. As you're talking, I've brought out one bottle of Miracle Intense. I'm going to reopen because the last one I just gave to my mom some days ago. I'm opening a new one for the family right now this night. And I think there was something that gave me this confidence to use that H2O moisturizer last night. An incident happened on Thursday last week. I have babies in the house. I have twin babies in the house. And my cousin living with me, we were supposed to feed them their night meal around this time. After then, they go to sleep. And I decided against Madam Anka is going to frown now. I was to give them custard. I was to give them custard to go to bed. And my cousin made it and it was a bit watery. I was not too happy with that because when it's watery like that, in very few minutes, they will call for more food. I make it because it's heavier for them to sleep with. So I was sitting holding one baby with me and I asked her to let me see the thickness of the custard, something that was being brought directly from the kitchen. She gave it to me, and as I touched it, I saw how watery it was. I tried to pass it back to her, and she was not looking, and it fell and turned over me and my baby.
Whoa.
The boy's two legs were covered with hot custard.
Wow.
Yay. God have mercy.
Hot custard. The baby, the twin, one of the twin. And some part of it fell on me. So I could imagine what my child is feeling on two of his legs, what I was feeling on one of mine. I was mad with rage. I just ran. The boy was screaming like a siren. Wow. I got to the tap, opened up a tap, cold water was going on top of him, and I was just shouting, H2O, H2O, H2O. I collected the H2O, and I was not managing. It was yesterday I was Ijebu. But this is my baby, somebody that will not be able to tell me this is how it feels. And I was scared. This boy is a celebrity. Before they go on the former for me. Because they go got the boy for me with hot custard. Who will I tell? Who will I talk to? Hey, I quickly rubbed H2O. And in as much as I manage H2O, I was lavishing it on him because my mind was reading people. What will I tell people now? Are they crazy? I rubbed it everywhere. Lo and behold, I didn't sleep throughout the night. I was waiting for puffiness. I was waiting for swell. I was waiting for scar. I was just waiting. I didn't have a good night's sleep. This boy woke up the next day. You will not even notice whether anything happened to any part of his body. Not even one thing. No scar, no puffiness, nothing, no discoloration, nothing. I was like, okay, now, so you don't get work. So that was what really gave me, because now it's H2O. I have an extra bottle, one I'm using, one for first aid, Miracle Intense, one for first aid, one in my body cream. If I buy a new body cream, what I do is I empty half of Miracle Intense inside my cream, shake it very well. That's how I've been living. H2O is strictly for the face. So because it cannot go anywhere in the body. H2O,
You will get.
Using one bottle a day then.
H2O pinch is strictly for the face. Miracle Intense, you can afford to turn half inside the cream. The cream will take you like 3 months, and you are good to go. So I was so super excited that my baby was not scarred, nothing, no discoloration. He was fine. In the morning, he was in his jumpy self again, and it was super,
Praise God.
mind blowing. So for me, so that was why I could say, okay, if my daughter is having this same burning sensation, and if it could douse my baby's legs, then I think it will work. And not only did he do that, imagine a fever without paracetamol, a fever coming down with H2O moisturizer. Thank you, everyone.
Wow, wow. And you say it's small testimony. See, there's no testimony that is small. That's what I discovered. No testimony is small. Awesome. Wow, what a day. What a day.
Me and my H2O combat in the
Abi, tell it, tell it.
3H2O, 4H2O, 5H2O.
Didi!
Head one down.
For me, H2O is lovely on the face. I mean, I can't use it, face and neck. I can't use it for body because it's too small.
I will need it to.
You do. Don't worry. When is your birthday? All of us shall order through your own December.
August's birthday was last
Is
month.
it to order through my own and give to me, Abi?
August's birthday, my husband's birthday was last month. I got 30. This month, my birthday, I'm going to get 30.
Are you for real?
Amazing.
You understand? You can't afford to miss the opportunity to get
At all.
Wow.
It's too good. All the ones he won in the hamper, I've told him, it's mine. It's we that won the hamper. You should.
What is yours is ours. What is mine is mine.
Oh my God.
It is well.
Even my mom, I just like I've been telling my mom about the skin product, so I just finally got her 2 intense and then the moisturizer. She just used it twice and she was telling me it's so nice, and then she started lamenting about the empty one because one got to her empty, and then I'm like,
oh no.
Yeah. Oh my God. Don't worry, that one is gone.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you so much, everyone. We've had a wonderful time. I love these testimony times. And I don't see, do we have any questions in the house? Do we have any questions? I cannot see.
I've gone through
the
I
chat.
haven't seen.
No questions. Thank you. So that means we've all had a great time. We've all been suitably soothed and excited and blessed. I have something. Anybody that's not here, Bolu, and want to ask for a recording, charge them. I give you permission. And they've missed so much. It's been such a rich, resourceful, heartwarming, exciting, enlightening time we've had tonight. I want to appreciate everyone that's been here. And before I will hand over the mic to Didi. Didi is going to round us up. Thank God she came up to give us that wonderful, wonderful testimony. Didi, and you didn't tell me. It's wow.
It was on that leg.
Wow. Hey,
Sorry.
God is awesome. God is awesome. God is awesome. I thank everyone. Our team from the US. Denny, you are going places, so I told you. The testimonies to be like Don Jess on counting off. More and more. More and more. And the market is just wide. That's the wonderful thing about testimonies. When people begin to see practical, raw evidence of what you're talking about, you can't doubt it anymore. I mean, you don't need to be told. If you've experienced it, you've experienced it. Nobody can take that away from you.
Exactly.
So just keep touching lives and keep getting money by touching lives as well too. It's double pronged. It's been a wonderful time. Friday, we'll talk about money. Tell everybody that you know. Share these testimonies and tell them that in addition to the testimonies, they can also make money. Thank you so much, Mama Alex, for being here with us. Every member of Apple Millionaires, thank you. All our guests in the house, thank you. If you have any questions, you want to know some more, how you can access it, reach out and talk to whoever it is that um, invited you here, whatever format you used, whatever link you use in coming here, ask the person. Most important thing is share this information, share these testimonies, share the experience, the Phyto Science experience. And then the ripple effect, you just cannot know where it will end. Thank you. Didi, over to you.
All right, Madam Anka, please a round of applause for Madam Anka. Can we appreciate her for a wonderful job, well done on tonight. Thank you so much. You've blessed us, and we appreciate you, and we appreciate all the co-hosts this evening as well, the bonus substance. Madam Slexia, Mama, thank you so much for always supporting, always being part of us, to always enlighten us every single time you are always around. That's what happens here. We're a group of, we have a strong support system where we are always looking out for one another, and we're helping one another to grow. Now, the platform Phyto Science offers us two opportunities: opportunity to regain our health back and to help others also get their health back, an opportunity to leverage on that activity and generate income that can help you sustain yourself using the product, and as well empowering people. So it's a tool, it's what's it called? You get blessed both ways. While they are using the product, while they're extending it to other people, you also get blessed, and the company will reward you for helping them to get more people to see what they offer, at the same time to help empower people. A lot of people have needs right now, including you and I. It's just that it's the level of needs that differ, but we do all have needs, and we do have an opportunity to not do extra work beyond what we are doing to satisfy those needs. Because right now we have talked about the testimonies, and the testimonies will help you sell. Because either you use, she saw results, she extended to Mimi, she extended to one or two other persons, and Mimi has used now. Of course, people will get skeptical at first. I was skeptical too. It's normal. It's a normal thing, particularly if you've been exposed to one or two before now that didn't deliver. So it's okay for people to be skeptical. So, but what happens is when you use and you extend to somebody else, and they use extend to somebody else. Now, if you don't understand that you can actually leverage on that and generate income from it, you'll be losing out. You'll be listening. You're doing the work anyways, but you didn't understand that you can actually be rewarded for doing what you're doing, because whether you like it or not, you're generating sales for the company. So it's about whether you want to be compensated for the work that you're doing or not. It's a choice. But we want to show you that you can have the best of both worlds. You're doing it already, so why not, learn how to maximize and generate income from it? Would it be bad for you to generate $1,000 from sharing opportunity with somebody? Would it be bad to generate $2,000, from doing the same thing that you're doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Loud and
Okay.
clear.
Is it a bad deal? Mimi, is it a bad deal if you get paid $1,000 for what you've just done? In addition to you're able to explore Jerusalem anyhow. It's a fantastic deal. You understand? So when it works for you like that, and you extend to other people and let them see, because from the goodness of your heart, you want to see how you can help people. If something is working for you and somebody around you is complaining of one ailment or the other, and you extend it to that person, you will want to extend to that person that this product can help you. And when the person gets it and uses it, and it does receive, sees the beauty and the benefit of it, the company is smiling. The company wants to be able to tell you thank you because that person had no way of getting to see this thing if you didn't take the bold step to extend it to that person. Imagine Professor Adeloye kept quiet after seeing the product, maybe used it for his own self and other people, and didn't mention it at all to Idoga. There would have not been an Idei on the platform. There won't be a Mimi on the platform. All the testimonies that Idei shared on the platform would have been people still suffering from those ailments, right? All that won't happen. So you can even say, I mean, Idoga probably maybe didn't want to come in for business. You understand? Maybe that's not the intent. Maybe after hearing about it for one health challenge or the other, or maybe knew one or two persons that had the health challenge that he felt he could extend it to, and he did that. But look at the number of people that the lives have been affected positively because Idoga said yes. And that is the same number of people that would have still been going through the various ailments if Idoga had said no. Perhaps if Idoga had said no. So it is very, very important. Now, in doing that, Idoga, have you made money or not? I'm sure Idoga is on the platform. Idoga, okay, I can ask the wife now. I can see Idei.
I can ask the wife.
He's
just smiling, yeah.
I can't find Idoga, but I can find Idei here.
Yeah.
Has Idoga has he made some money from it or not?
She's muted, but she's smiling. As she's smiling, it's a yes.
That smile says it all.
I said yes. A little under 3,000. So
whoa, almost a star one.
So Idoga is almost becoming a 1-star.
Yeah.
Okay, so now would you, Idei, would you have still told people about it even if there was no compensation?
Most definitely, because of the health aspect.
So you would have done the same thing. Exactly what you're doing right now, you would have still done even if you were not going to be given a dime.
Yes.
So which one is better? You're doing it now and you're getting both. So why would you want to leave one for the other? By default, it has been worked in by default that you can be compensated, you can receive rewards from doing what you would do even if they didn't put a reward to it. So it's now a different thing for you to now understand how you can create a business around it and continue to let those rewards come in. And that's what we'll try to do on Fridays, to show you how this can become a business and it can help improve your lifestyle. Now, if it moves from $3,000 to $30,000, I'm sure you have a list of things that $30,000 can do for you right now. Some things will change. Some things will change. That's just it. So imagine it moves from $30,000 to $100,000. Some things will change. So imagine having like $100,000 now in just one, should in case something happens, account. I'm sure you start thinking of, okay, I think I need a change of wardrobe. I think it's the time I need a change of car. I think I need a change of maybe, yeah, we should go for a bigger house. You start thinking of things like that. So it can happen, and that's what this can do for you. So that's what we'd like to show you on Friday. So please come on Friday and let's show you how you can leverage. The product is working, you have all seen that. But if you don't know how to create a business around it, you will not get the yields that is supposed to give you. You won't be able to maximize it and get the yields that's supposed to come as a reward for you helping the company, because the company don't have any adverts. You are the adverts for the company. They don't do adverts. So naturally you should be paid because you're helping the company grow their business. You're helping them to pull sales. So that's what this is about, and that's what we'd like to show you on Friday. So we invite you, please, if it's your first time today, you want to know how the product, how much the product costs and all that, then get back to the person that invited you and they will break that down for you. Then you can come on Friday when we discuss everything related to money, the packages, how much you get compensated when you do work, and how you can grow the business by having a team. All right, that being said, I'd like to say thank you every single person for coming here today. Thank you for your time. I think we did it at exactly 10. Fantastic. Clap for yourself. You did it within time. Despite the fact that we had so much fun, we laughed and we did all that. We're still within time. Thank you so much.
and see you
Thank
on
you.
Friday.